Kombëtare në Kosovë Peter Feith i ka duartrokitur gatishmërisë së presidentit Thaçit për të përgjigjur speciale, sepse në këtë mënyrë sipas tij, Kosova mund ta liroj veten nga akuzat për çfarëdo që mund të ketë ndodhur gjatë luftës. Feith në një intervistë për ATK ka folur edhe për ndjeshmërinë që ka populli i Kosovës për pjesën e luftës së viteve 98-99, ndërsa ka theksuar se e arsyeton popullin e Kosovës që ndihet krenar me atë që kanë arritur luftëtarët e UÇK-s. Ndjekim një pjesë të shkurtër të intervistës, derisa intervistën e plotë mund ta ndiqni pas këtij edicioni lajmesh.
Thank you for your time, first of all.
Please, I'm delighted to speak to RTK again.
Thank you very much. Mr. Feith, how do you see the recent statement of the specialist prosecutors of Kosovo that it has submitted a draft indictment against Kosovo's President Thaçi and PDK leader Veseli and others? What impact it has on Kosovo's politics?
Well, I've noted this statement, but I haven't seen the indictment. I'm not aware of accusations against President Thaçi and Kadri Veseli and others. So it's difficult for me to give you a judgment or an impression of what is involved here. But I know that anything that has to do with the armed struggle in 1998, 1999 in Kosovo is very sensitive to the people of Kosovo. They take, understandably and justifiably, great pride in what has been achieved by the fighters of the KLA.
Mr. Feith, you have been involved in Kosovo's independence since the early days of its declaration. What has done Kosovo to foster reconciliation, and what was the role of Thaçi to build bridges with the Serbian community?
Well, within Kosovo, Prime Minister Thaçi and my office worked closely together in implementing the Ahtisaari provisions that were agreed before Kosovo became independent and was really at the basis of the period of supervision. And one of the key provisions, I should say, was to respect the community rights of the Serb communities within Kosovo. And in that context, we achieved a number of things, including establishing new municipalities, linking the north of Kosovo to Pristina, and ensuring that Serb citizens of Kosovo were representing in various institutions and agencies, including RTK.
Okay, there is a lot of talking about impunity for war crimes committed by Serbia or attempts to rewrite the history. Has the international community done enough to bring war crimes actors to justice?
No, I think there is still work to be done, and I think it is important work because ultimately it will help us and the people of Kosovo and of Serbia to achieve reconciliation. It is important that each individual assumes responsibility for deeds, acts committed during the period of violence. And in that sense, I think that the step taken by President Thaçi to have a first meeting with the prosecutors in The Hague is to be applauded. And he should be encouraged, I think, to continue working closely with the tribunal, because in that way Kosovo can free itself of any collective guilt for anything that may have happened during the armed struggle.